Hello my dear students, you are most welcome again in the online classes which are providing by Modern Prince Taranagar School. I have a information for you that if you want to learn about ray optics, which is chapter number 11 of the RBSc book, then you will get a link in the description of this video. Now I am going to start my lecture with some questions. Here first question is, how can you define a charged body attract to an uncharged body? This is our question. How can you define a charged body attracted to an uncharged body? In this question we write answer is only that induction. Here induction is working. By induction a uncharged body attracted by a charged body. We can explain it by the diagram. We take a insulator stand. On the insulator stand we put a charged body. This is our charged body. Clear? Now we take another insulator stand. We take another insulator stand. On the insulator stand we put the uncharged body. This is uncharged body. Clear? When a charged body is brought near to uncharged body, then on the uncharged body all the electrons of the uncharged body move forward from this side to this side, because these all electrons are attracted by this positive charge. Here remaining part of charge is positive. All the electrons move forward from this side to this side. Then in this case this is the electron and electron have a negative charge. Here is positive charge. Between them attraction will be generated. And on the other side of this uncharged body, this charge and this charge are same in the nature. So repulsion is generated. Here repulsion is generated. But distance between opposite charges is less compared to the distance between same charges. So attraction is more powerful from the repulsion. Then we can say that by the induction a charged body attract to uncharged body. This is our answer. My next question is, how can you define repulsion is the surest test of the electrification. Repulsion is the surest test of the electrification. We can prove it. We know that repulsion is generated between same charge object. Repulsion work between same charged object, but attraction can be between a charged object or between a charged object and uncharged object. Clear? We can see it in this example. We take a charged body, we take a uncharged body. Attraction is generated between the uncharged body and charged body. We explained it in the above topic. Now we can say repulsion is the surest test, because repulsion is only working between same charged object, whereas attraction can be two charged bodies or one charged body and one uncharged body. So we can say that repulsion is the surest test of the electrification. My next question is, how can you detect the electric charge? Electric charge. We have four instruments by which we can detect the electric charge. We can detect the electric charge, in which first is gold leaf electroscope. Second is electrometer. Third is voltmeter. Fourth is ammeter. These are the four instruments which are used for the detect the electric charge. Now we talk about the gold leaf electroscope. What is the gold leaf electroscope? Gold leaf electroscope is a simple instrument to detect the electric charge. Gold leaf electroscope. Gold leaf electroscope, it is a just simple instrument to detect the electric charge. It is very sensitive. Definition of gold leaf electroscope: it is an instrument to detect the electric charge, is called gold leaf electroscope. In the gold leaf electroscope, we take a glass jar. This is the glass jar. Clear? We take a hollow metallic rod. And kept perpendicular in the glass jar. This is the hollow metallic rod. We know that on the charge of metal is always positive. So we can say that this hollow metallic rod is positive. We take two gold leaf. Name of our instrument is gold leaf. Then we take a two gold leaf which our thickness is 10⁻⁷ meter. The half of the size of the paper. The thickness of the size of paper is 10⁻⁴ meter. Here the thickness of the gold leaf is 10⁻⁷ meter. We take two gold leaf and attached here. There is no charge is generated at this time. This is the gold leaf. Clear? Now we take a metallic disc, just like a button of shirt. We put it at this end. This is the metallic disc. Lower edges is contact with the gold leaf, upper edges is contact with the metallic disc. Now we take two objects whose we detect the charge, in which we take a glass rod, we take a silk cloth, we rubbed to each other, and we don't know on the positive charge on which object is presented. We bring this glass rod and capped here, then we saw that these gold leaf are separated after some time, and final condition, these are look like that. Clear? So how can it is possible? It can be possible due to one reason, due to repulsion, because glass rod capped on the upper edge of the hollow metallic rod, then some charge is transferred from one end to another end, then positive charge is generated on the gold leaf, because same charges repel to each other, here charge of glass rod and charge of hollow metallic rod are same. So in this case gold leaf are separated to each other. Now we remove the glass rod, then we bring silk cloth and put into the edge of the metallic disc, then we saw that these positive charges are cancelled to each other and gold leaf comes into the stationary case. Due to the attraction, silk cloth have the negative charge, hollow metallic rod have the positive charge, they are cancelled to each other and come into the neutral case. In this case gold leaf comes into the stationary condition. This is the gold leaf electroscope. How? I can explain again. Gold leaf electroscope, it is a simple instrument to detect the electric charge. It is a very sensitive. So in the gold leaf electroscope we take a glass jar and we take a hollow metallic rod which is kept perpendicular in the glass jar. On the upper edge of the hollow metallic rod is contact with the metallic disc and the lower edge is contact with the gold leaf. So we want to detect the charge, both the object in which glass rod and silk cloth are rubbed to each other. In this case we bring the glass rod and capped on the metallic disc, then in this case metallic rod repel the positive charge and positive charge is transferred from this end to this end and the gold leaf is charged by the positive charge. So repulsion between them and they are separated. We remove the glass rod and we bring a silk cloth. Then in this case we saw after some time these gold leaf comes into the in stationary condition, because here some attraction is working. Due to this positive and negative charge are cancelled to each other. So this is the gold leaf electroscope. Next I have some important facts. Can you tell me the name of these objects which have no mass and no charge? Here photon is a particle or object which have no mass and no charge, because it is a imaginary. I have another particle, neutrino, not neutron. Neutron have a mass but not charge. neutrino. It is a imagination of Planck. Neutrino is also imaginary particle which have no charge and no mass. Here photon is a particle, imaginary particle which have no mass and no charge. Neutron have mass but not charge. In the next topic, we talk about properties of electric charge. This is the important, because more time this question is asked by the board. Properties of electric charge. There are many properties of electric charge, but we discuss about the additivity of electric charge. We talk about invariance of electric charge. We talk about conservation of electric charge and quantization of electric charge. These are the 4 property in our syllabus. In the RBSC book there are 4, but in the CBSC book there are 3 properties of electric charge. Clear? We talk about the first property of electric charge is additivity of electric charge. Clear? Additivity of electric charge. In this topic we can say that charge have property of additivity, because when we give charge to an object, let 4 microcoulomb minus 3 microcoulomb plus 7 microcoulomb on the conductor, not a insulator. On the conductor, if we give these charges, then last condition, the charge is minus 3 plus 7 is equal to 8 microcoulomb. Here we can say that charge have the property of additivity. If we give different amount of charge to an conductor, then on the conductor the charge show the property of additivity. We can take an example. If in the first case I gave the 4 microcoulomb to a conductor, then after I gave minus 3 microcoulomb to a conductor, then after I gave 7 microcoulomb to a conductor, then in this case the total charge present is 8 microcoulomb. This is show that additivity property of electric charge. Invariance of electric charge. Invariance of electric charge. What is the invariance of electric charge? Invariance of electric charge. In this case, charge at rest is equal to charge in motion. Here Q represent the charge. We take two different bodies rubbed to each other, then charge is generated. If we first body kept as it is and second body is moved from one place to another place, in this case charge on a body is rest is equal to the charge on the bodies in the case of motion. Rest charge is equal to the motion charge. There is no effect of velocity on the electric charge. There is no effect on the electric charge of the velocity. Velocity doesn't affect the electric charge. So we can say that in the case of rest, in the case of motion, charge is always equal to each other. Here a theory of special relativity. We can understand it by the theory of special relativity. Theory of special relativity. What is the theory of special relativity? By this we have a formula. M is equal to m naught under root 1 minus v square upon c square. 1 minus v square upon c square. This is the formula which is made by theory of special relativity, where m is equal to mass of charged object in motion. When charged object in motion, then we take a mass which is represented by a small m naught mass of charged object in rest. Clear? V velocity of charged object. C speed of light or velocity of light. If any charged particle get the velocity equal to the speed of light, then in this case if the value of v is approximately equal to c, then we can say that m is equal to m naught under root 1 minus v is approximately equal to c, then v is equal to c. In this case v square upon में c square 1 minus 1 upon 1, then value is 1. 1 minus 1 is equal to 0. The root of 0 is also 0, is equal to infinity. Mass can get infinity value in the motion case, but in the rest case, let us consider that on the starting at rest condition charge object is 2 kg mass, but in motion, in which condition, when object get the velocity is equal to the speed of light, then in this case he can increase their mass till the infinity. So there is no effect on the rest charge or motion charge. There is no effect of the velocity on the rest charge or motion charge, but effect on the mass. We can say that the velocity increase the mass of charge particle. Here you have a theory also. F is equal to ma. A is equal to F upon m. Here mass is increased, then acceleration is decreased, or acceleration is decreased, then mass is increased, or acceleration is increased, then mass is decreased. But this is the opposite. This is for the charge object. This is for the charge object. So we can say that velocity increase the mass of the charge object. Next, conservation of electric charge. Conservation of electric charge. Conservation of electric charge. In this topic, we write charge cannot be destroyed, cannot be produced. It can be transferred from the one object to the another object. This is the law of conservation of the electric charge. If question is in the paper is just like that, define the conservation of electric charge, then you will write answer in this question. Conservation of electric charge, in this question you will write the charge cannot be destroyed and cannot be produced. It can be transferred from the one object to the another object. Clear? We can explain it by the examples. First examples, we take our normal example, glass rod, silk cloth. We rub to each other. By friction, charge on glass rod is positive, charge on silk cloth is negative, because electron transferred from the glass rod to the silk cloth. This is the definition of the conservation of electric charge. Conservation of electric charge says that charge can be transferred from the one object to the another object, and transferred charge which can be possible by the electrons. If electron move from the glass rod to the silk cloth capture the electron, where glass rod remove the electron, then charge is transferred from the glass rod to the silk cloth. If we touch to each other, then there is no charge. These both objects are as neutral. Clear? This is the first example. Second example, if we take electron, this is the electron, plus positron, this is the positron. Positron just like a proton. We add electron and positron. There are some gamma rays generated, which value is 1.02 mega electrovolt. If we break these gamma rays, which value is, then we get the electron and proton. Clear? This is the conservation of electric charge. Both side conservation of electric charge is represented. Example, another, uranium 238. Atomic number is 92. This is the mass number. Then thorium 234, 90, plus helium particle is removed from the here, 4 and 2. If we discussed where is the charge conserved, here 92 protons, atomic number Z is equal to the number of protons. Here number of protons 90, here number of protons is 2. If we add this, we can get here 92. Here 92. Mass number 238, 234, 4. If we add this is equal to 238. So both side charge is conserved. So we can say that charge cannot be destroyed cannot be produced, it can be transferred from the one object to the another object.